Morning all. Welcome to Burnley Town Hall. Right. Oh good mate, how are you? I'm trying out a new tripod. I needed something non-dangerous to try it out on. Wee, nice one mate, all good. Very well, thank you very much. Yeah, nice to hear a Scottish accent again. Good man, good stuff. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out some scary quotes. I think that'll be my video today, I think. Why not? Why not? Yeah. You watch the Charlie Beach channel, like, subscribe, you're a really good guy. Listen to that man, he said, what was it, subscribe to the Charlie Beach channel. Yeah, subscribe to the Charlie Beach channel, I've been following him for years now, he's a really good guy. Thank you very much, sir. What a good guy. Okay, well, we will begin with a quote, if I get signal. Okay, here we go. Here we are. This is a quote by Joseph de Maistre. The whole earth, perpetually steeped in blood, is nothing but a vast altar upon which all that is living must be sacrificed without end, without measure, without pause, until the consummation of all things, until evil is extinct, until the very death of death. That's Joseph de Maistre. What a cheerful guy. This one's from Werner Herzog, amazing filmmaker, documentary maker. Taking a close look at what is around us, there is some sort of harmony. It is the harmony of overwhelming and collective murder. And we, in comparison to the articulate vileness and baseness and obscenity of all this jungle, we, in comparison to that enormous articulation, we only sound and look like badly pronounced and half-finished sentences out of a stupid suburban novel, a cheap novel. And we have to become humble in front of this overwhelming misery, and overwhelming fornication, overwhelming growth, and overwhelming lack of order. Even the stars up here in the night sky look like a mess. There is no harmony in the universe. We have to get acquainted to the idea that there is no harmony as we have conceived it. But when I say this, all full of admiration for the jungle, it is not that I hate it. I love it. I love it very much. But I love it against my better judgment. Werner Herzog. Well. Burnley Police Station. Throwback to 2.5 years ago, when a crackhead attacked me, I defended myself, and 5 false witnesses told the police that I started it, that I was evil. I received a public order instant fine of £90 for defending myself against the crackhead. The video is titled, Burnley, My Worst Experience Ever. And that is your dark quote for the police station here at Burnley. P. Eastwood, eh? Must be Clint's older brother. Here's a new one from me, maybe for you. HM government, supported by the European Union, practice good hand hygiene. Have they got a dirty hand problem here? Dirty hand, dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. They got a dirty something. Well, when they redeveloped the town centre here, they went from shit to shitter, and they removed all the trees. This Wetherspoon's pub, I came here, had a drink, had a breakfast with Fritz Media back in the day, just before I got assaulted and fined. Put the boot in, lads, or don't, and live to video another day. Live to collect tomorrow's photons. Sorry, I'm struggling to narrate this in any cohesive sense, because the buildings are actually making my thoughts ugly. The bad angles, the poor aesthetics, the sheer brutal ugliness of Burnley is turning me into an angry Russian or something. Soviet reference, concrete post-Soviet blocks. I don't know. A bit too obscure, Charlie. Try again. Hello, mate. All good. All good, man. Thank you. Nobody could have guessed that Greyco Entertainment, Sega, Xbox, PlayStation VR, Nintendo, nobody would have guessed that they would have failed here. No one. Yes, the Video game store fails, yet the podiatrist rakes it in. How do I pronounce the other word? Chiropodist. You know your Chiros podid? Chiropodista. Look who else is doing well. Edit aesthetics, because you need a syringe and needle into your face. Get some anti-wrinkle, get some fat dissolving, get some dermaplaning, get some micro-needling. Get your lip, chin, cheek, jaw, and nose fillers. And then the sun comes out, but the skies are still dark grey. Okay, Charlie, turn on your slightly autistic pattern-seeking brain. Real coffee bean. Real move. And petty real. The House of Real is conquering Burnley. Which reminds me, I need to talk about the House of Assad. Assad moving to Moscow. Private jet full of billions of dollars. See that, peasants? That's your new architecture. That's what you're meant to look at and be inspired by. This is a government National Health Service building. And they've worked really hard to make it suck all the life and energy and inspiration out of you. Impressive. It's like spiritual fellatio. Yeah, it's not fun, it's not pleasant, and all your life energy is sucked out. And whilst we're on the dark quotes, quote from the movie The Antichrist: "Nature is Satan's playground." Charlie, you had one chance to get the quote right. Let's try again. From the movie The Antichrist. "Nature is Satan's church." That's better, that's accurate. Straight ahead we have a money generator where people can pass on stolen goods for cash to buy their narcos. You've got there an American sweet shop. Delicious. Nice way to run a cash-only business if you need to launder a bit of cash. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but they might be. William Hill, a gambling shop. Gambling's so good for you, good for families, good for people in deprived areas like this. Just have a gamble, you never know. That big payout's only £10 away. VIP Nail and Beauty. And Ladbrokes, another gambling betting shop. In fact, the two biggest shops on the street are gambling shops. Love it. Welcome to Super Pound Plus store. Most items, £1. One of these sell everything stores. Whether it's good quality or not, I don't know. But they sell everything. They probably even sell you a soul in there, if you ask nicely. Okay, welcome to Burnley Combined Court. It's suitably ugly for the things I'm about to say to you. I'm going to tell you some very ugly things. Here we go. So, Edgar Allan Poe, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming. But Billy Sunday said, temptation is the devil looking through the keyhole. Yielding is opening the door and inviting him in. Was that suitably ugly? Suitably ugly for the combined court here at Burnley? Oh, the evening sky illuminating the Sainsbury's of Clitheroe. It's profound, it's deep, it's esoteric, it's spiritual. Behold, the distant 50 megaton thermonuclear explosion over Manchester. When a thermonuclear detonation takes place, especially a big one, Tsar Bomba, Minuteman, loaded paveway, you're looking at least 30 megatons. What it does, the way it vaporizes you all, is it creates a star. It creates a little sun, maybe 1 kilometer across, and for about 5 seconds, everything next to the sun is instantly vaporized. And then, once everyone's dead, you get the nice heavy radiation orange afterglow, as you can see. Okay, we're at the bottom of Clitheroe Castle. Now, why do humans build castles? Well, as the apex predator on Earth, we literally dominated every other species to the point where we're like, right, these antelope and mammoths and saber-toothed tigers are not a challenge. So what did we do? We started attacking other humans. And before you think, oh, that's crazy, humans are crazy, well, what do you expect an apex predator to do? He's gonna predator, just like P. Diddy. Ho, 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 welcome to the artifice. Oh my God. So, consciousness theory. The entire universe would work just as well if humans did not have souls and self-awareness. If people like Daniel Dennett are correct, that you can explain away consciousness, why did evolution bother to make us suffer as if we're actually people here? I don't know. Maybe animatronic Santa knows. Now, why is the high street called the high street when most of the people you encounter are pretty low? Well, Syria's not doing too well. They kicked out Bashar al-Assad, the blue-eyed baby, the blue-eyed ophthalmologist, only became king, president, because his older brother died in a car crash. And I love how the BBC is calling them rebels. When they're on our side, when they're doing our bidding, we call them rebels. When they're doing the other guy's bidding, the enemy's bidding, we call them terrorists, we call them Islamists, we call them jihadis and extremists. And we'll ignore the fact that the new leader of Syria, the new interim leader, is a former member of Al-Qaeda. He does have a magnificent beard, so hear him out, give him time. A man with a beard that good deserves a chance. Anyway, look at the Taliban. After 20 years of getting bombed by the Americans, even the Taliban are a bit more moderate now. 20 years of American bombing will make you more moderate. So, speaking of bombing, yesterday in Damascus, the Israelis bombed the absolute backside. They pushed their shit back in. Israel's not only have they taken the whole border region next to the Golan Heights and Mount Hermon, they've gone up to Mount Hermon, which you can actually go skiing in the winter in Syria. So you learn new stuff every day on this channel. The Israelis are taking no chances. When a bunch of bloodthirsty Islamists and terrorists become the new leaders of Syria, you have to worry about these things. Maybe a quote from True Detective, just to cheer us up a bit after that Israeli rant. Death created time to grow the things that it would later kill. Looking once again at Clitheroe Castle, just imagine a time before police, before detectives, before police constables, before feds, before CIA, before MI5, MI6. If you wanted something, just turn up with more force than the people defending the thing you want, kill them, and take them. What was that quote we said earlier? Nature is Satan's church. Maybe it's just as well we invented civilization and laws and law and order. Maybe. Now that is brutal. That is metal. See that? That's Laura and I. I'm the pink reindeer, obviously.
No, it's me.
I mean, it's Laura. Well, I've said it before, so I'll say it again. If you're going to be a butcher, you might as well have a good surname, like Cowman. Cowman's famous sausage shop. Yeah, they do everything here. Laura asked, do they do steak? Probably some of the best steaks in Clitheroe, I'd say. And if you're after a joint, it even says here, this joint. This neon's for you, Quentin Tarantino. At least you don't try and hide it. You can't shame a man for his fetishes if he's open about them and puts them in every movie. At the foot of the castle, we have the nativity scene, where Jesus Christ was visited by three kings who followed the North Star, something like that. Let me just change some of my lighting here. Here we go. We can get a bit brighter, JC. Here we go. And I love how Jesus is portrayed as a baby, often, because babies are the feeblest, most naive, but also the most innocent and most perfect humans. And when a literal baby can defeat the forces of darkness through love and compassion alone, yeah, that's a good figure to start a religion on. For some reason, Laura, this Christmas, I'm obsessed with artificial things, the artifice, fakery, facsimiles. doppelgangers, other phonies, like these fish here. So why was architecture really so much better in the past? Well, maybe without films, music. Well, they had music, but no recorded music. They didn't have the internet. If you had to like show off your balls, you had to do it with your building because you didn't have other things. And maybe people didn't understand your status and what you were trying to portray. Okay, that's one theory, Charlie, but we all know as we come to the Brown Cow Free House. I only found out the other day, Laura looked it up for me. Free House means it's a pub that is not tied to any particular brewery, and so they can sell beers from any company. Hence, Free House. It does not mean that the beer is free, unfortunately. So coming back to the architecture being better in the past, it's all about money, isn't it? Now it's build fast, build cheap. Whereas in the past, those illiterate peasants who just so happened to build some amazing things were like, yep, this will inspire people for generations. I am proud. Maybe God is happy with me. Whereas now we're like, no, just build it fast, build it cheap.